The seemingly untouchable tech giant Meta has hit a rough patch. The value of Facebook and Instagram's mother company has plunged at alarming rates. What does Meta Platform's insane drop in value mean for the company? But before we go on, please click the subscribe button and notification bell so you're the first to know when we upload a new video. With that being said, let's have a look. So what's happening to Meta? The market value of Facebook and Instagram's parent company Meta went down by a massive $80 billion. Meta says that this was the second time since it went public that it had lost money. Since Wednesday night, the price of Meta shares have dropped by 25%. This means that Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of the company, has lost several billions of dollars. After the bad news came out on Wednesday, the price started going down, and it kept going down when markets reopened on Thursday. Meta stock was still being traded hours after the data came out on Wednesday, but at the end of the day, it lost out around 17%. Since the beginning of the year, when investor confidence in Silicon Valley companies started to fall, this was one of the biggest drops in the company's stock price that Wall Street had ever seen. The current economic crisis is hurting the main thing the company does, which is advertising on the internet. It was also said that in the year 2023, the organization would try to cut costs by making significant changes. So how did Meta get here? Meta says that it made $27.7 billion in revenue in the fiscal quarter that ended in September. Even though it's 4% less than the same time last year, it is a bit more than what Wall Street experts were expecting. During the quarter that ended June, Facebook's parent company saw its first drop in sales. The company's net income was $4.4 billion, which was a lot less than what was made in the same time period last year, and also a lot less than what market analysts thought it would be. Advertising on the internet has become less popular over the past few months because of costs. These are going up and more people are worried that the economy is about to fall apart. In recent years, tech companies like Google and Snap have seen a drop in the amount of money they make from ads. After the information was made public, Meta CFO David Wenner told investors that the average price of an ad on all of the company's platforms went down by 18% during the previous quarter. Mark Zuckerberg, who started Meta and is now the CEO of the company, said in a statement that the company will focus on goals and efficiency as it moves into 2023. They will be better able to handle the current crisis and come out of it stronger than before. So what's causing this drop? At the end of the quarter, 2.96 billion people used the main Facebook app that Meta had made every month. This is 2% more than what it was in the same time last year. The growth rate went from 6% in the same quarter last year to 4% in the same quarter this year. The number of daily active users on all of Meta's apps was 2.93 billion, which is a 4% increase from the year before. This is a slower rate of growth than the 11% that the company saw from one year to the next. However, Zuckerberg says that Instagram and WhatsApp each have more than 2 billion active users at this point. More than 1 billion people use Instagram every day, and more than 1 billion use WhatsApp every month. Meta and other businesses in the information technology industry have been hurt by worries about a recession and rising costs. Both Alphabet, which is the parent company of Google, and Microsoft did not do so well as their shareholders would have liked during the third quarter. Meta's performance was the most recent in a string of earnings reports that were lower than expected. The company has spent a lot of money on research and development of new products, however, it has not seen any return on those investments. In February, the market value of the company dropped by $230 billion because of the share prices falling by 26%. This made the company the US business with the biggest loss in one day in US business history. Meta has also had problems because of the changes to Apple's privacy rules that went into effect in 2021, and it's hurt its main advertising strategy. The company thought that because of this, it won't be able to get the $10 billion in advertising revenue it had planned for the year 2022. So how does this affect the connection to the Metaverse Project? Meta is giving billions of dollars to the ambitious new project called the Metaverse, which is making a next-generation version of the internet. It is expected that this project will take years to finish, which could hurt Meta's main business. Wenner says that the company's operational losses from its metaverse plans, which are part of the Reality Labs division, will grow a lot from one year to the next in 2023. This prediction is based on how the company thinks it will do financially. Reality Labs' worst quarterly loss, which is more than $3.7 billion, happened in September. As a result, the total loss for the first 9 months of the year was $9.4 billion, which made the third quarter the worst of the year. Also, during the third quarter, Reality Labs' quarterly sales were almost half of what they were during the same time last year. So what has been the investors' reactions? Altimeter Capital, one of Meta's shareholders, sent the company an open letter last week asking to cut its head cost count by at least 20%, and its annual capital spending by at least $5 billion, and its investments in the metaverse no more than $5 billion per year. So how is the company handling it? Wenner said that in the report that was sent out on Wednesday that the company is making major changes across the board to work more efficiently. Officials from the company have said that by the end of 2023, the number of people working will be the same or little less than the 87,314 people who were working at the end of September. This is an increase of 28% from the previous year. Wenner said that the size of the teams will stay the same, but the size of others will go down. He also said that the money needed to hire more people would only go to the most important projects. As an added bonus, he let slip that the company will be moving to a smaller office. Zuckerberg also talked about how the company plans to use the metaverse, advertising, and corporate communications in the future. He also talked about the company's AI discovery engine, which is what makes Reels and other recommendation systems work. At the beginning of this month, Meta showed off the Meta Quest Pro, its newest piece of virtual reality headgear, and it said that businesses will be able to use it. Mark Zuckerberg bet that the future of his company lies in the metaverse, which is a virtual reality world that Oculus headset users will see. However, investors are not convinced by this. As a direct result, Meta's share price briefly fell below $100, which was the lowest it had been since 2016, and also it was the first time the share price fell since then. Meta predicts that its income will be between $30 billion and $32.5 billion in the last 3 months of the year. Even if that is best case scenario, the projection shows a drop of 3.5% compared to the same time last year. So what is Zuckerberg saying? Even though Mark Zuckerberg owns 13% of Meta, his net worth has dropped by $90 billion so far this year. This is because most of his money is invested in his company's shares, and according to the numbers, his holding was worth just over $123 billion at the beginning of 2022, but this has gone down $35 billion since then. When shareholders who were worried about the company's losses talked to Zuckerberg, he told them that he would be hopeful that the money the company spent on the metaverse and other experimental bets would start to pay off soon. He was sure that, in the long run, they would be very good investments for the company's continued growth. So, thank you very much for watching. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Meta will bounce back from this anytime soon? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to get more updates like this one. And again, thank you very much for watching.